Welcome to Sports Talk with your host Kevin. This one I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of my prediction on the Colts record this year. I believe the Colts is going to go 12-4, and I have a quick breakdown of each reason why I believe Colts are going to go 12-4. Week one, Colts at Jacksonville. Colts with the W. The reason is because we have a dominant running game and a regression from Gardner Minshew will help the Colts to a 1-0 start, first win on the road in Jacksonville, first win week one in a long time. Week two, I have Vikings at Colts. That's going to be a loss, and the reason is because the Vikings is a team that was in the conference championship last year. That won a talk of a 2-0 season. Week number three, we have Jets at Colts. I have a W for the Colts. That's because Rivers shows that experience does matter at the QB position this time around. The Jets have he's a third-year quarterback. I just don't believe that the Jets have the talent to keep up with the Colts. Week number four, to have the Colts at the Bears. That's a simple. Colts going to win that game. It's simple math. Two QBs isn't better than one. Rivers just shows, once again, with a dominant running game, that he can lead the Colts to a victory. Week number five, we have Colts at Browns. To me, this is going to be the T.Y. versus Odell Beckham show, and I believe T.Y. Hilton is going to show that he is still a top 5 receiver in the league. Week number 6, we have Bengals at Colts. That's another W for the Colts. Bengals is a team that's in transition with youth in key positions, mainly the quarterback. That's an easy W for the win. Week number seven, it's a bye week for the Colts. So, that's just rest. Try not to do anything stupid and mess around and get the COVID. Week number 8, Colts at Lions. That's a W for the Colts. The Colts hitting their stride with a dominant running game and a dominant passing game. Week number 9, the Ravens at Colts. Shocker. I have the Colts beating the Ravens. And the reason is because the Colts is always, to my knowledge, always had the ability to stop running QB. Michael Vick, Patrick Mahomes. Even the year we beat Seattle with Russell Wilson. But just history proves that since I've been watching football since like 2001, the Colts has always been able to stop a running quarterback. This is going to be a controversial pick. This is going to be like a hot take. Colts is going to win that game. Week number 10, I have the Colts at the Titans. This is going to be a huge divisional game. It's going to be a Thursday night game against the Titans. But, I have the Colts winning because I think it's going to be a big regression from the Titans this year. It's easy to win when you don't have the expectations to win. But now that you're expected to win, I don't think the Titans are going to be able to hold up. Week number 11, it's the Packers at Colts. That's going to be a Colts loss, unfortunately. Aaron Rodgers. This is one word, Rodgers. Week number 12, Titans at Colts. That's going to be another W for the Colts to take a stronghold of the division. Defense shuts down the run and forces the Titans into a passing game. Easy advantage for the Colts. Enough said. Colts at Texans. Now, I don't know. This can flip flop either way, but T.Y.'s going to have another dominant game at Reliant, but come up just short. So that's a loss for the Colts. Week number 14, Colts at Raiders. That's going to be a W for the Colts. Phillip Rivers playing an old divisional foe. He's going to win that game. Honestly, the Raiders, they don't trust their quarterback. That's never a good thing. Week number 15, we have the Texans at the Colts. That's going to be a Colts W. This is probably going to be our home primetime game for the Colts, so they're going to use the energy, I say, of the crowd, but hopefully we can get more than 2,500 people in the stands by then. We're going to get that win and take the stronghold of the division title. Week number 16, Colts at Steelers. This is right after Christmas. A negative trend continues through the bad weather and personally too much eggnog. The Colts have not proven the ability that they can win at Heinz Field. Honestly, this is another flip-flop for me. The Colts can win this game. It all depends on Ben Roethlisberger's health. But honestly, with the being right after Christmas and just our inability to win in Heinz Field, I think it's gonna be another loss. Week number 17, Jaguars at Colts. That's a W for the Colts. We're going to win a division because we're going to be fighting for a first round bye. And we're just going to dismantle the Jaguars. I believe that's going to be a 12-4 season. I'm iffy, so my losses that I can flip flop with. It's going to be the Vikings, the Steelers, and the first time we play the Texans. But I also believe with those same 3 losses, the games that the Colts can lose that I have winning is Week 10 at the Titans, because that's a Thursday night game. And really, that's really about it. If the Colts do have Week 17 could be iffy. Also, if the Colts do have a first round bye, meaning they're in first or second place, and I could be wrong with the new playoff rules. I gotta check into that. If they already have the first round bye secured by Week 17, they might just rest their starters. Really rush Phillip Rivers. Even with Jacoby Brissett, I believe he can come in and still win that game, because the Jaguars, by that, if they're tanking, I'm not saying if, because they can mess around and have a great season this year. So if they're tanking, the Colts can still win that game. But if they're actually just playing for something, the coach is coaching for his job, they might mess around. The coach might mess around and lose that game. But really, the Colts having a 12-4 season, I see that as a huge win for the Colts. Even if we don't have a first round bye, having a 12-1 season, that could be great. That can show a lot. I know a lot of people saying the Colts can win 10 games. I think 10 games at this point is a bare minimum. You have to win at least 10 games with this schedule. And honestly, going into the Week 7 bye, if the Colts do have a 5-1 record going into the Week 7 bye, I find that as a huge win. That's a cupcake schedule. The first 6 games, man, going into the bye, the coach should be at least, I'm gonna say 4-2, and I will say with the second loss coming against the Bears, only because of Khalil Mack. If not the Bears, the Browns. Because let's be honest, the Browns have a talented offense, and their defense. They have a talented defense. The Browns is a talented team. So it really all depends. But in all honesty, I have the Colts being 5-1 with the Week 7 bye. That's a huge win. That gives us enough cushion, because honestly, that's almost the same cushion we had last year when we had the 5-2 start. Last year with Jacoby Brissett. Now that we have Phillip Rivers, and I don't even base it on a Phillip Rivers versus Jacoby Brissett as a more talented quarterback. I just feel like the experience. Jacoby has been a career backup. The past two seasons that he did start majority of the time. Let's be honest, those were fucked up situations. Those wasn't indeed the best situations for Jacoby Brissett and also for the Colts. But honestly, that is my reasonings why I believe the Colts is going to go 12-4. It's not that bad. My expectations of the Colts this year is I believe we are capable of going to AFC conference, AFC championship game. Now that's always a coin toss. But if we're able to get to the AFC title game, to me, that's a win for the Colts. I do believe the Ravens might have a step back this year. But I just, when it comes with the Colts versus the Ravens, with our talented defense and with the talent of our defense, when I say talent, more of the speed, with the speed of our defense and also our dominant offensive line and our running game, I truly believe that the Colts is primed for a breakout season. We had a breakout season last year. And I'm a firm believer, if Jacoby Brissett didn't get hurt, like if Jacoby stayed healthy all last season, I believe we would have been a playoff team. Come on, we went into Arrowhead Stadium and beat the Chiefs on a dominant running game. Now we have not just Marlon Mack, but we also have Jonathan Taylor. Come on now, that's going to be a huge 1-2 punch with Naheem Hines coming out the as a third round back. I mean, not third round, but the third running back on the depth chart. Come on, that's going to be huge for the Colts. But and then this is just my before the season starts prediction. This is going into week one. The only lock I have right now is because I'm making this video so late. Is my week one. Now, this is my before the first game of the season predictions of the Colts schedule this year. Now, week to week things could change. The only one I have to really lock in is my Colts at Jaguars, because this is a late video. But honestly, I believe the Colts should go into Jaguars. The Colts should go down to Jacksonville and win that game. This is my first video ever. Not really huge on making videos, but honestly, I believe, man, the Colts are going to have a great year. I'm holding up to that 12-4. It's just a prediction. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert. I'm just a fan of the game. I'm just a fan of the Colts. I'm just really a fan of the Colts. I like football. I like football, but I believe I love the Colts more than I love the NFL. That may sound kind of crazy, but I'm just a huge Colts fan. I love watching Colts football. I'm a homer from Indianapolis, from Naptown. So it's just more about just loving my city. I'm a huge Colts fan, huge Pacer fan. So mainly with my videos is going to be mainly on Colts and Pacer topics. A little bit IU basketball, just a tad bit. Butler basketball, so a little bit, not that much. Might get a few Notre Dame videos. I like Notre Dame football. But honestly, I'm mostly going to be talking about the Colts and the Pacers. And just my reason is why I feel the way I feel about my predictions. I'm not going to be perfect. It's just everything at this point. Everything is just a guess. With COVID and even with injuries, I feel things could change. But I have the Colts going 12-4. Today is Saturday, September 12th at 7:22 a.m. These are my early predictions. Kind of late, but still early. First game hasn't been played yet by the Colts. And that's it. It's your boy Kevin Flanagan. I'm out.